A 12-year-old boy shot and killed a man who was abusing his mother. This, according to the 9th District Attorney General. This all happened on Windbridge Road in Deer Lodge on Saturday, according to the DA's office. Officials report a history of domestic violence calls at that home in the past. 10 News reporter Sean Franklin talked to the sheriff's office about what happened.
Here at the Morgan County Sheriff's Office, deputies say that the investigation is a little more difficult than normal. That's because the shooting involved a 12-year-old boy defending his mother. Captain Mike Wren says the shooting on Twin Bridge Road in the Deer Lodge community is a tough one emotionally.
And when there's a child involved, it's a lot harder to separate yourself.
Sheriff's officials say a 12-year-old boy shot and killed 56-year-old Tommy Durham Saturday night. Investigators say there was an ongoing domestic situation between Durham and his wife, Peggy.
Well, anytime there's a homicide or any kind of tragic incident, it kind of breaks the heart of law enforcement, because these are the people we're here to take care of, and anytime there's a tragedy, it affects everyone, the families, the communities.
Authorities say the boy used a Ruger 44 Magnum lever action long rifle. He shot twice, hitting Durham in the chest once. Authorities say there had been at least 5 domestic violence incidents at the home before the shooting. None of those calls resulted in criminal charges.
We haven't really had a chance to look into the details of any of the previous calls. We're just aware that they were there, and they're obviously a factor.
We tried to reach out to former Sheriff Glenn Freitag for a comment on the situation, but we couldn't reach him. District Attorney General Russell Johnson issued a statement saying, "We're still looking at what we can do through juvenile court with the suspect. Our greatest concern at this point is that the child's well-being going forward in dealing with what has transpired. So we are leaving all of our options open in that respect." Captain Wren says the sheriff is working closely with the DA's office to make sure that the family is going to be okay during this incredibly emotionally difficult time. Back to you.